Guys, we have an urgent information coming out. The US has informed its allies in the Caribbean about an upcoming escalation in the region. All right. So it's just a matter of time when things start hitting the fan out there in the Caribbean. And I want to show you some of this stuff here, guys. All right. So these are new photos that's coming out today. Let me show you some of this stuff here. Once again, please share the video. I appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up. It says here the U.S. military flexes hard in the Caribbean, parks bombers and warship near Venezuela. So once again, the U.S. just rolled deep into the Caribbean with bombers, stealth jets, marines, warships, and even a nuclear submarine, all aimed at cruising or crushing drug traffickers and the networks near Venezuela. Once again, 10,000 American troops are now in the region, the most since the early 2000s. Special ops helicopters are buzzing Trinidad. Drones and F-35s are stacked in Puerto Rico. Even a closed Navy base was brought back from the dead. Now, Washington says is about stopping these gangs. The message to Venezuela, loud and clear. One analyst called it 21st century gunboat diplomacy. Translation: we are not invading, but we could. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and a PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Thank you again for your support. Your support is what keeps us on air. Very important updates here, guys. Nation against nation is building up. Pentagon deploys bombers and warships to Caribbean in major show of force. So these are very important updates that's coming out today. Once again, the United States has ramped up its military presence in the Caribbean under U.S. Southern Command, deploying bombers, warships, and marines to combat these gangs network near Venezuela. War Secretary Pete Hegseth announced a new counter-narcotic joint task force, stating it was created to crush the gangs, stop the poison, and keep America safe. Now, this makes the largest U.S. effort in the region in decades, with about 10,000 troops involved. 10,000. Now, the key deployments include U.S. Air Force B-52 Stratofortress bombers patrolling near Venezuela's coast for 4 hours, integrating with Marine Corps F-35B fighters in a show of force against Nicholas. Like I said, there's a possibility things might hit the fan right after the holiday is over. Right now, it's Christmas for Venezuela. The president changed the holiday from December to October. So Christmas and October is, Venezuela. And I believe after that, that's when possibly we could hear breaking news of Sleeping Giant firing missile towards those gangs out there. The naval assist future 7 warships, including the USS Iwo Jima amphibious ready group with a 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit. Now, 3 guided missile destroyers. I'm going to skip their names. You have multiple ones. A nuclear submarine is also reported near Venezuela. In Puerto Rico, 10 F-35 jets and 3 MQ-9 Reaper drones operate from reactivated Naval Station Roosevelt Road alongside an AC 130J Ghost Rider gunship. Guys, this is a lot of stuff they have out there. This is a lot. I mean, we're talking about a lot of things out there. This is something that Zelensky will be happy to see. Now, it says here special operation helicopters like MH-6 Little Birds and MH-60M Black Hawks train off Trinidad and Tobago. Now, it says here the buildup follows 7 strikes on suspected drug boats amid tensions over a disputed strike that Colombia claims has taken a fisherman. Now, a defense analyst noted that this is a posture we haven't seen in the Caribbean since the early 2000s. Now, it's it's clearly meant to send a message, not just to these gangs, but to the Gov accused of enabling them. Now you have Mark Cancian from the Center for Strategic and International Study said, what I think they put in place is the capability to launch strikes. Either the gang at the Nicholas regime, if I had to bet, is probably against the cartels, but I wouldn't rule out something against the regime. Now, Brandon Buck of the Cato Institute described it as a 21st century version of gunboat diplomacy to force a power transition from Nicholas without invasion. Now, Ryan Berg added, the force posture currently in the southern Caribbean is consonant with the potential for precession strike using Tomahawk missile or other equipment, but without risking the lives of U.S. service personnel. Look at that. Sorry, Zelensky. We need it more than you do. It seems like this bad boy is going to be used for Venezuela. Like Donald said, we need it. We need it. We can't give it to you, Z. We can't give you the Tomahawks. We need it. Remember, guys, there was a U.S. general that came out, and he said that there will be a fight. There will be a fight that's coming. And I do believe it's this one here. It's just a matter of time when things start hitting the fan. And so now we have this urgent news here. The U.S. has informed its allies in the Caribbean about an upcoming escalation in the region. It's going to get really, really hot. Give me a second here, guys. So the U.S. president and his team view their operation against Venezuela as more than a drug crackdown. They aim to make Nicholas' position untenable, according to Axial. There's a possibility, yes, but I do believe it's a combination. I believe it's more towards removing Nicholas. Because here's the thing, guys. Last year, this dude didn't win. I believe the other party won by landslide. But what happened? Again, it was brutal. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Now Nicholas is, telling Donald, "Hey, in 3 years I will step down. You will never see me again." Yeah, something is wrong there. So it says here the administration official believe Nicholas will either be deposed or go into exile. Some insiders suggest that the U.S. commander may eventually launch a land-based strike, arguing it will be unlikely to deploy these assets only to target the boat and then retreat. Now give me a second here, guys. I'm gonna have to go maybe live tonight. Give me a second here. I'm just gonna say this really quick. I did mention it over Grand Supreme News. Just a heads up. millions of Americans. Please be aware that there are, the gov shutdown going on, and it seems like these benefits, the SNAP and EBT, there's a possibility it might not be sent to, I think, 42 million Americans. Now, there are videos circulating right now. A lot of people not pleased. They're saying, look, I want my first of the month, the benefits. If I don't get it, then, again, it's like purge stuff. All right. So please, please, please be aware that stay focused on, coming near November 1st. I pray that they, when I say they, the left and the right come together and, with that gov shutdown and, at least open it up, because, again, the Americans are growing frustrating now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just looking for more information here when it comes to Venezuela. I'm not seeing much, but this is the latest updates here. Yeah, it seems like this is the latest update. All right, so yeah, I would keep it updated with all this news, but I'm not seeing anything else here. But you guys know the State Department, they put out a warning issue to U.S. citizens out there in Trinidad and Tobago. But yeah, other than that, I mean, like I said, I'm not seeing anything else beside this here. But the tensions is escalating really, really bad. Let me use that picture as a thumbnail. But tensions are really escalating. Do not, I repeat, do not fall asleep. Do not fall asleep on this one here, guys. Once again, the U.S. has deployed bombers, stealth jets, marines, warship, and nuclear submarine to the Caribbean near Venezuela. Once again, over 10,000 American troops are now stationed in the region, the largest presence since the early 2000s, with special ops helicopters in Trinidad and F-35 operating in Puerto Rico. You see that? Trinidad. So Trinidad is also seeing something here. See, the State Department said it's because of the holiday. Warning alert, holiday season in Trinidad. U.S. citizens need to be prepared. Have your passport ready. And ain't because of the holiday, ladies and gentlemen. We about to see something pretty soon, and it's going to hit the fan. Puerto Rico is seeing a lot of equipment, and now Trinidad is the next one. Nicholas knows that his time is almost up. His time is almost up. All right, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna end it here, guys. I'm not seeing any updates, but again, please share the video. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, Lord Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.